everybody. Welcome back to the Colonelcast, and today we've got a very special episode talking about Paul Verhoeven's NC-17 film Showgirls. With me is the biggest fan of Showgirls, not necessarily the movie, but the concept in general. It's Florian Himsel.
Yeah, it was pretty good, except for like how much she liked her long fingernails, Otherwise, it was pretty epic. We got some big titties, with some decent size. They're not like huge, but they're a pretty good size,
All right. Also here is the biggest fan of Showgirls the movie, because he suggested it, is Erich.
That's right, I'm a real nomie. I'm like constantly 100. I'm always yelling at people. I'm always attacking people. And you know what, Colonel? I'm going to push you down the stairs and take your spot in the...
You can't push me down the stairs over my damn computer. I'll be in charge of the Colonel. My name will be immortalized on the show no matter how many hips I break or what. So.
Well, actually, I guess if I'm pushing anyone down the stairs, it would be Florian, who has to walk flights of stairs.
Yeah.
Wow, I would fall forever.
With your no water. It'd be unfortunate.
Yep. It's pretty... I'll have to pee all the way down while falling down. It's crazy.
Florian, you should be walking down the stairs shirtless and in high heels. And see how
I've done shirtless and with flip-flops, I guess.
You go to the beach?
Well, it's time for heels.
No, it's just shower. Going down there to shower in the garden.
Okay. In the garden? You've been showering in the garden?
There's a container in the garden that contains several showers, but it seems like I'm the only one using them. Everyone else has fled because they couldn't take the time without water.
Okay.
Because they're weak.
Well, that's fair enough, honestly. I don't know if I'd shower in the garden if I had the option.
It's a container. It's perfectly. It's actually a lot better than the shower at the gym or the pool. So whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
getting down there every time, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, I must say, I'm kind of surprised that they made this in the 90s. I would say I'm surprised that there was like a market for it still at that time, but I guess there wasn't because it flopped really bad. So
yeah, I was gonna say it did not do very well. It's probably part of the reason why is that it was NC-17, which is like almost always never an actual boon for a movie. It's always like a problem.
Yeah, it's not like with an R rating you can like convince a different audience to like watch a Joker movie or whatever. But with NC-17 it's like everyone thinks there's going to be perverts in the theater and they're just not going to go. So
yeah. Florian, would you have been one of the perverts who saw this if it was in theaters and it was NC-17?
I mean, I wouldn't have minded seeing a movie about strippers in the cinema. That would have been pretty epic. I don't know if it would have been this movie.
Florian, they're dancers, so
Yeah, dancing ain't fucking, right? That's what we're learning.
That's right.
Yep. This movie is crazy. Nomi is such a bitch all the time. Holy shit.
What? I thought she was in the right maybe 100% of the time, even when the movie doesn't want her to be.
Yeah, when she just gets stolen, like her bag, and then she beats up this girl's car and then tries to commit suicide. Hell yeah.
Well, he's very unhappy.
And a real hero.
Yeah,
that's people. Their characters are allowed to have issues, and not be doing okay. But she was in the right though the whole time. So,
wow. I mean, when she pushed that girl down the stairs, that was okay. Like,
yeah,
she did it too.
That's the name of the game, Florian. That's just how it works. The cutthroat world of erotic dancing.
Like, she did it for no reason. She tripped up that other girl because, like, her daughter was annoying, right? And then
she was under her thumb, Florian.
No, I'm talking about the evil girl that was pushed. Like, she put out the pearls that tripped up that other girl and then landed her in the hospital. So it was perfect karma that she would be kicked down the stairs next, right?
Well, no, that's the thing. Is that that's the way the Showgirls world works. You are the person that's sabotaging someone else, and then the next day you're the person being sabotaged. So
I thought the one who
Wow.
dropped
comes up.
the. I thought the one who dropped all the diamonds on the stage or whatever. I thought that was the one who had brought her kids and got yelled at and whatever by the girl who got in the hospital. Because they had their
Really?
feud
You
like
know
going
what?
throughout the whole movie. Yeah.
You know what?
I could have
Maybe,
sworn that
but
was that
at the
evil
end of the
one.
movie. At the end of the movie, she's kind of like, you know what? I'm cool with it. I wanted to take a break anyway. It's all good. So
And no harm, no foul.
it's okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Advanced her own career and she wasn't even mad, so it's fine.
Wow. Yeah. Definitely wanted to take a break from this horrible world. Okay.
Yeah. I guess my favorite part of this movie might have been toward the opening when she's working in the Cheetah Club or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And and I think my favorite character in this was they've got a fat lady.
Oh my god, I thought you were gonna say that, but then I thought, no
Her
way.
tits are constantly popping out of her.
She's
dress. It's
got like
great.
a string mechanism to make her tits pop out with a fucking like little like whimsical clown noise or something. So
It's amazing, honestly.
and she's just telling jokes.
Bravo to
She's a sex clown of some sort, I think, is the point. And I think that was
Sex clown of some sort.
yeah. I think that was a great character.
Right.
Yeah, and she was
warms everybody
genuinely
up.
like
She's
the most. She was the best, like morally the nicest and like best character in the movie too. So she was
when
like
they
the only
visit her
one
later
talking
on,
back
she's
to like the
one
asshole.
who actually visits Nomi and
Yeah,
like is interested in her and wants her to do well.
she was great.
I guess she's just like an actual Joker from the medieval times who can get away with anything. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
And you know,
Jester's privilege.
speaking
Yeah,
of the Joker, actually, I did notice that she had maybe subtly just a little bit of Joker makeup at the end of the movie when she beat up that guy, and I thought, you know, it's sort of maybe that's another inspiration for, you know, aside from Scorsese movies, you know.
Oh, you mean the main girl?
Yeah, because at the end when she goes and she beats up that guy, who we'll get into his whole deal, I guess, later on. But he's I think it was interesting that she was wearing Joker-ish makeup. So-
I'm surprised she managed to beat up the guy though, because like she had the knife, but then she started beating him up, so he could have just like smacked her down. Like, what the hell?
He was caught off guard, and he's a weak guy. Okay, regardless of how he portrays his strength and stuff, you know.
Look, that girl's gotta be like, I don't know, what's a low amount of weight in pounds?
Like 80,
I don't
80
know.
pounds or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
probably 80 pounds. Like, how do you get beat up by that? It's crazy.
Like he's
I
not
mean,
good at what he does or whatever, I guess.
He's not good at raping people. Wow, poor
Yeah.
guy. He gets beat up by a girl and he's a rapist. Damn.
Yeah.
How
That
did he
was,
do it so far?
I feel like that came out of no. That whole arc with the Molly character, I think, was very strange, especially toward the end.
It's
I
very
can't
much like
believe-
we have to like escalate this in some way.
Yeah.
And then it gets like so fucking violent, and then
It's like
it's pretty wild.
I feel like the natural conclusion, because she like decides that Nomi is like going too far and stuff because she's pushing people down the stairs and stuff, and I feel like the natural conclusion is for her to like just give up on her and stuff, you know, and that's like a permanent consequence of Nomi's actions for her, is that she lost like this really good friend or something, but she just like forgives her for it and then gets brutally like raped. And then that's like basically the end of the movie. So like,
Yeah, but
I don't,
then Nomi gets revenge for her. That was actually beautiful.
Revenge for her.
Yeah.
I think there's a major lesbian subtext to a lot of the stuff in this
well,
movie.
that is true. Yeah.
No, it's
With,
just text. Like she's from
Yeah.
the start. She's like, "Are you hitting on me? Like,
Mhm.
I mean, with
is that
Crystal,
why you're helping me?"
With
Mm-hmm.
Crystal for sure,
there's,
with
like,
Molly,
yeah.
definitely like she is definitely defending her love when she's getting revenge
I think
for
so.
her, even
Yeah.
though she leaves at the end.
I mean, you
So, yeah.
probably defend your best friend girl too.
Well,
Yeah, but
You
I
don't
feel
need to be
like
gay.
because of the because of the like subtext and because of how the rest of the movie is played out, and then you're right, the stuff at the beginning where it's like, are you hitting on me and all that stuff, there's definitely readings that you could do that says that Yeah,
Well, it's actually too late. We meant to do this in June, but now there's no more gay subtext. Okay, it's over.
So yeah, Pride is over. There is 0 gay reading in this movie. Please do not suggest otherwise.
That's so sad. It's so sad. We can't be doing this.
We looked up a movie that's LGBTQ or whatever, and this was it. Okay, that was the tag that this movie has.
Iricho, I should ask, why did you actually suggest this one? I know it's Paul Verhoeven, but why over?
I was it's Paul Verhoeven.
Over
We've
Starship
been watching
Troopers,
a bunch of his movies. I mean, over Starship. I've seen Starship Troopers a whole bunch, so I wanted to see a movie I've never seen before. Yeah. I feel like Florian and I have covered Starship Troopers on at least 2 or 3 other occasions, definitely. So it's something that I could probably talk about like without ever having seen again.
Then why over Hollow Man? Then is my next question.
Well, that's another one that I haven't seen, unfortunately. That one is Verhoeven, isn't it? Shit.
Yeah.
I would definitely watch Hollow Man. I feel like that's definitely.
I would love to watch Hollow Man for sure. Honestly, that looks very exciting.
This movie is special. This movie is special, at least in my mind, because a lot of Verhoeven's things that he focuses on is often violence, is often political. It's often like, let's dig into the kind of extreme versions of things that you see all the time. In movie theaters, which is like killing and blowing people up and bullets and
violence in movies and sex on TV.
Yeah. Sex on TV, yeah. The sex on TV part really has not been gone into as deeply. So I thought that Showgirls would be like a interesting subversion or a different exploration topic for Verhoeven, and I think it's one that he certainly explores. I don't like it's very funny to me that this movie is very not sexy to me. Like as much as there's women running around without shirts on for most of the runtime, like there's just a lot of topless women in this movie. It's just not sexy, and there's tons of sex scenes, or at least 2 or 3 sex scenes.
They have such
like,
nice
those
tits.
sex scenes
What's
are
wrong
not.
With you?
Yeah, the tits are nice, but like it's just not.
In they're constantly like under duress, like the whole like not in.
Gay? Are you the gay today?
No.
Literally, like at all time, like they're not interested in being sexy and stuff. Like they're literally just doing it because it's their job the entire time and stuff. Like none of them enjoy it. When
Nomi is dancing, it's so like just over the top, and like so like the actress definitely is over the top, and that's incredibly funny, and it's very crazy to watch something like that. But like Florian, the sex scenes in this movie you think are like sexy? When she's flopping around like a dolphin in the pool, having sex with Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah, that was pretty good. What are you talking about?
I mean,
what do you mean?
It's so over the top you can barely take anything seriously in this movie. Like,
have you seen porn?
Like, sex scene that is sexy.
Have you seen porn?
Yeah,
are you saying this is more ridiculous than porn?
Partially.
No.
Florian, the scene where she is in the pool with Kyle MacLachlan and is like flopping around, like that is the opposite of sexy.
No, I love a girl flopping around. What are you talking about?
You should watch Shark Exorcist, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
Shark Exorcist.
Yeah. I'm surprised that purple wasn't like Smithers from The Simpsons in the entire movie, just covering his eyes. As
I can listen.
Girls dancing.
That's a very offensive caricature. Okay, in The Simpsons, it's basically Maya Poo, but it's like
well, too bad. You constantly don't get when girls are sexy. So this is what I expected from you. Okay.
Listen, I think the movie was intended to be sexy, like in the same way that RoboCop. You can watch it, and on the surface, it's a really silly, fun action movie and stuff, and then underneath, it's a critique of violence and everything. I think this is like satirizing American sex culture, and especially in Vegas, where it's like unhinged and ridiculous.
RoboCop is a critique of violence. What?
Yes.
Yes. No, it's a celebration of violence. You guys are giving him too much credit. He just wants to do the crazy shit on screen. That's all.
I don't
Florian,
think so.
he's taking it to the most extreme he can in order to show you how ridiculous it is for the most part.
The same way he made Starship Troopers about how fascism is good, okay?
Oh my god.
He just loves everything he puts in these movies.
Maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I think it is though. It's, you know, it's the same sort of deal here. He's got to cover government. He's got to cover the police and like action movie stuff, and I guess Total Recall has a lot of that stuff as well in there. And then he's got to cover sexuality in this one. So
like, I feel like he's going after the Vegas and the like shows that are overly sexual or overly like featuring those things and just showing how ridiculous a lot of it is. And
yeah.
It's just holding up a mirror to society and being like, this is what you like. This is really it.
Yeah, and then we're just a chat who says yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the character who's like oh well, at least at the Cheetah Club, it's very honest about what it is, and then you go to one of these places and they're like pretending it's like classy and stuff, and
right.
It's very
it's like
silly.
Her ambition as a dancer is to like get into this club that they're putting on these big spectacle shows, and it's really like it's not very impressive to me.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, it's probably
what's
like
not impressive. All the dancing was pretty good. Like those shows were nice. They did pretty well.
She's not on like Cirque du Soleil. She's not at like one of the main like 5 big hotels in Vegas or whatever.
It
She's
feels
at,
like she learns the choreo in about like
it would be
2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. They threw her in there with no training, and she aced it, kind of. You know, I mean, she did some missteps, but yeah, that was really shocking. Why'd he do that? Is he stupid? Why did he think that she was gonna be good?
Yeah. Well, he was
She's
right.
Got it. She's got the spark to learn, I guess.
Yeah.
It's crazy because the black guy told her that she's got the spark, but then he tells that to all the girls.
Well, yeah.
That was such a crazy subplot. Wow.
Yeah. I like the detail of the.
He's so pimp. Go on.
No, yeah. This like creepy manager guy who's like he's calling her Pollyanna, which I had to look up, and that's like a child like a girl Western movie or some shit, and then Lolita, and it's like this is not okay things to be saying about your stripper dancer employee. Like that's no good.
Wow,
yeah.
You're saying that this cartoonishly dickish guy is crossing the line? Holy shit!
He's even more evil and crazy than like this character was in The Substance, which has like an identical caricature of like one of these executives. So, yeah, but this guy's even worse.
Yeah, they toned him down for The Substance. That's amazing.
Yeah, I
didn't realize.
They should have had a long extended scene of him eating shrimp disgustingly in this movie though too.
Yeah, that was definitely an improvement, I guess.
that was the highlight in The Substance for me. So
just a shrimp scene.
Yeah, it was fantastic. But you know.
Yeah, especially because I already think the shrimp's pretty disgusting.
I don't know.
Oh, you're not a shrimp fan?
No, I don't know.
They're nasty. They're weird looking.
I don't like them. You like shrimp?
I don't like them.
I guess the thing is just I just don't like the taste. I guess if I liked the taste, I'd be fine with how they are.
Yeah, I mean they're okay to eat and stuff, but like if I liked them, I think I would get over the fact that they're horrible little arachnid monsters. But yeah, I don't know. I guess
it's weird that you eat something that contains like so many hard parts. What happens if you swallow them? Are you gonna be fine?
You pull off like they don't have the legs and stuff when they serve them. I don't think
animals
usually.
have bones.
Maybe they do, but you like crack them open and suck them out or whatever. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, they're way better deboned than
yeah. Well, shrimp are usually served without the bits, but like I think it's crawfish that the guy was actually eating in The Substance or whatever. And those I think they do serve you just these little creatures, and you crack them in half and slurp out their innards or whatever. So
ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't eat any shellfish. I guess I don't know why. I'm not allergic. I just don't like him at all.
Yeah, they got weird texture to them and stuff all the time. I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
and
they're
then
good.
I realized that those weird wafers that they have at the Chinese restaurants, they're made of crabs. I'm like, why?
Yeah,
Oh, crab rangoon.
I don't know what they're called. Do you
probably
have like
probably
crab
that.
chips? You have crab chips, right?
Crab chips, not
They're
really.
like deep fried crab chunks, and I think they have crab meat in them, but they're not like made of crab because that wouldn't turn into like a deep
Crab
fried.
chips are something very different for us. They're like potato chips with like Old Bay seasoning on them.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I mean, they're like really puffy. Yeah, potato chips. I don't know. I guess they have them at the restaurants.
No, I
I'm
don't know.
not sure why.
Are you talking about crab rangoon, Florian?
No, I don't think so.
No?
They're crab and cream cheese filled wontons. This crab rangoon.
Crab
That's
chips.
definitely not it. No, let me
Okay,
make
you
sure,
got to
I
figure
guess.
out what that is so I can
Yeah.
see it.
Well, here it is. JPEG. All right. Wow,
Oh.
so big when you click on it. Amazing. Thanks.
Okay.
Google.
Shrimp? Is it shrimp or is it crab?
No, he posted
It's
a picture.
crab.
This is actually, it's literally just potato chips made out of crab meat, I guess. So
Yeah.
What?
they're little circles
Oh,
and stuff.
that's
They're all like
wild.
folded over each other.
All
Huh.
the
Well,
all
I
the
see
sushi
them, but I'm
restaurants
like,
have them.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, I know.
I've
I
never
don't know
seen
why.
this in
It's,
my life. Yeah.
it's not. Well, I don't like it. I guess if you like crab, I guess it must be okay.
Prawn
But
crackers.
they're really big here. I guess it's crazy you don't have them.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we just have potato chips
Yeah.
instead, you know.
I mean, yeah, potato chips are at the stores, but these are at Japanese and Chinese restaurants. You get those.
That's somewhat
Wow.
strange, but interesting, I guess.
Yeah, we almost have no orange chicken here.
Yeah.
There's very few restaurants that have orange chicken. 'Cause orange chicken is an American dish, you know?
Yeah. I guess one question
Alright.
I should ask you guys. Have you guys, well, I know Florian hasn't probably, but have either of you been to Las Vegas?
No.
No, I've not been to Lost
No.
Wages.
I've been to Vegas, and I must say it was very different when I went there from in this
Really?
movie.
Was it
Yeah.
very clean? Was it much cleaner?
It was dirtier, I think. I don't know.
It's dirtier.
Yeah, it was not great.
Wow.
Did Elvis give you a lift to Las Vegas? I've
Elvis
seen
didn't, but
your
there
thing.
I did see there was like one time we were walking down the road and there were like 3 Elvis impersonators like a block away each or something. It was very funny.
Oh wow.
And like Michael
Did you
Jackson
run a
Meet
people.
up with all
Did
the
you-
Elvis impersonators.
Did
Yeah.
you run them over to get the bonus in GTA?
No. We couldn't
Wow.
use like I don't when I went there it was just a traffic jam the whole time. There was never a time where like I was like, "Oh yeah, if we wanted to get somewhere faster, we would get in the car." Like, no. I think we walked literally everywhere the whole time and maybe we got in a cab once or twice.
Now we're talking. Finally,
Yeah.
a walkable city.
Yeah, honestly, the Strip, you know, it might be one of the more walkable cities in America. Honestly, it's not. I'm sure the rest of the city is like an LA style hellhole, but you know,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's. I don't know. There's a lot of. There's restaurants. There's gambling. There's beds
Shocking.
all on the Strip. You know, you could just live there and be fine.
I never knew those things existed.
get
in
married.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could get married.
There's chapels. You can get married. Yeah.
Yeah, you could never leave the Strip and just be fine, and you just live in
Boy, did you
live in
see-
sleaze forever.
Did you see Nora?
No. Oh wait, yes, I did.
You did. Okay. Yeah, that's the experience of Vegas.
Yeah.
Did
Oh,
they get? Oh yeah, I guess they got married. Wow, yeah, that was crazy. That movie was completely insane as well.
The funny thing is, my mom took me there when I was like 11 or something. So like I couldn't
What?
gamble or drink. We just went to Cirque du Soleil
much
shows.
of the... Jeez, I was gonna say so much of the experience is just not applicable if
Yeah,
you're
Most of
a
it
minor.
probably.
That's insane.
Well,
she
Grandma
had
just
to like
wants to
she'd like
gamble.
turn my head away from like places like the Cheetah Club and stuff like that. Like, don't even look at that. It's like, yeah, we went to like the M&M
Wow.
store. They have a store where you can go and you can get M&Ms
Hell
with like
yeah.
words printed on them and shit.
Why'd she turn your head? Doesn't she know that everything stays in Las Vegas? Wow, what a scrub.
That doesn't listen. That doesn't work. Okay, your STD
course
will
it
follow
does.
you home. It's not real.
Oh, from looking at strippers. Okay.
Yeah. That was my
You really are
worry.
smithers, aren't you? Yeah, watch out. That child's gonna have an STD from seeing titties.
But it was we saw a show that had like bunnies or dogs jumping through hoops or something. There are a lot of family friendly activities in Vegas. Like a week's worth if you go there. So
wow.
we went to the one Cirque du Soleil show where someone died like a few years later doing it, where they have like the wall that moves around and shit, and they're shooting fire at each other. It was fun.
Wow. What did a tourist die?
No, like one of the performers on this giant, because it's like just the whole stage is just a rotating wall, and they like grab onto the wall and stuff, and they have like harnesses, but like they someone fucking or got squished in it or something and died. So
that's when it's a good one, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, this movie, isn't it crazy?
It is. I was not expecting it to have so much nudity. Honestly, I knew it was NC-17, but I don't know.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna be this. I knew you're gonna be dismissers. I knew it.
I'm not saying it's good or bad. Okay.
Too much nudity.
I was not. I was surprised. I was surprised that that someone put $40 million in '90s money into a movie that's basically porn, and then no one watches it. So like, I don't.
How much is that today? When was this movie?
Probably
1997.
95, I think. Let me pull up inflation calculator here. Not the Bank of Canada inflation calculator. That won't help.
Oh yeah, you got crazy inflation, I bet.
Yeah. 1995.
We should see more movies. More movies that are from America in the past, and they got people just trying to live their life.
God damn, almost $85 million to make this movie.
Yeah, Jesus. Mine says 95, so good lord.
Oh wow, even more. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's I guess it did say it made all of its money back on rentals, which like a fucking of course this is the rental movie, I guess. Yeah, about DVD stores.
I was say that should have been part of Verhoeven's initial sell. It's just like,
I'm sure it was.
Don't worry
honestly,
if we don't make money back in theaters, because people will absolutely watch this in their own homes.
Yeah,
when they don't have to be judged by people around them, or they can jerk off in their own privacy.
Yeah, unless they're taxi driver, and then they go see it at the cinema.
Yeah, they go there
with the
too,
girl.
Jack.
Yeah, like Pee-wee or whatever. Not Pee-wee, right? Is it Pee-wee? Yeah, that was Pee-wee.
It was Pee-wee,
right? Yeah. Yeah,
You know what's insane about that whole thing, and it's also true of like Fred Willard. I think he also got caught in porn theaters or something, where it's like you specifically have this place to like go and watch a porn movie.
Yeah.
You're really just gonna like not. You're just gonna go and watch the porn movie. That's what people think. Like,
yeah, well, yeah, that is like the point of porn, presumably, right? So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if you're not getting off, why is anyone there?
I guess the same reason you go to fucking a Showgirls show is like just to be there.
Well, not many did. I guess.
In real life.
Oh, you mean
guess.
I thought you meant the movie there for a second.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No.
Well, also the movie, I guess.
Yeah.
To some degree.
I mean, I went to Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey and didn't jerk off,
Well, Twilight's for like teenagers. They're not going to put any nudity in that, but
they didn't.
Oh, there was that guy that
so.
Somebody found him jacking off during what's the bodybuilding movie with Katie O'Brien? I can't remember what that was called.
I couldn't tell you.
I know this one. Fuck. No, I don't got it. Oh well.
Yeah.
Love Lies Bleeding is what it was called.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I've heard of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody took a picture of a guy who was at, I guess, the Alamo Drafthouse, and like their dick was out.
Oh,
and they
God.
were asleep.
What do you do if you just have a picture of a guy with his
I
dick
guess like
out?
jerked off during the movie and then just fell asleep.
That's
I
the
guess
life.
that's pretty cool. But like, you still got a picture of a guy's dick. I don't know what you're gonna do with that.
I'll put it on Twitter and get a whole
guess-
bunch of likes, I guess.
I guess you can. I guess I forgot that Twitter is just completely NSFW now.
Damn, this Showgirls got a whole lot of fucking Razzies. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like a bunch for like worst actor, worst supporting actor, worst supporting actress. And
What?
I thought all
you
the
know what?
performances were good in this. I don't know.
Yeah, that's bullshit because the performances are good in this. Elizabeth Berkley goes huge in this, but it's like it's absolutely for a reason. Like it's
Yeah.
there, and like if you've been around some people, this is just how some people are. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst original song, worst new star for Elizabeth Berkley. Jesus, they're
Everyone's just
mean over there
offended.
at the fucking Razzies sometimes.
The Razzies
I mean,
suck.
that-
It's just fun.
This is extremely shameful. Like, if you have anything against this movie, you are like the worst soccer mom. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as all those people complaining, oh no, there's porn ads on YouTube. Whatever, man. Get over it. Stop
Yeah.
clutching your pearls. It's just ads. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. They should have done a fucking they should do like a remake of this and put it back in theaters and stuff.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they should make
Wild.
more.
I wonder
movies
what
with
actress would
continuity.
I
would
don't
be
know.
able to do what Elizabeth Berkley does in this.
Yeah,
Just
I don't
how.
know. Margaret Qualley or
Gina
something.
Gershon is great in it. Kyle MacLachlan
Yeah.
is so funny.
I've seen
as
him
the,
only in Dune
Birdie.
and stuff. I don't even know what else he does.
Wow.
I'm sure he's in
You've
like.
never seen Twin Peaks?
No, I haven't. I'm sure he's in that. Yeah, but
You've never seen the Flintstones movie?
no, I have not. Well,
No.
I might have seen. No, I've seen the Flintstones movie, but I was not at an
Okay,
age
well,
where I
you
knew
wouldn't
who
know
the
that.
fuck. I was not at an
Okay.
age where I was aware of Kyle MacLachlan. So
I see.
yeah.
Damn.
I thought he was Canadian, but he's not. I think I thought that
I
because
can see
he's.
why you'd think that.
Yeah, I think it's just because he has his last name. So I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe he lives in Canada now or something. I don't know.
Because of
I
his
don't think he
last
does.
name.
Probably not. I don't know. McLaughlin. I mean, it's not a Canadian last name. It's like Scottish or whatever, right? But you know, it could
I
be.
guess so.
Yeah. His name was different, and then he changed it to the Scottish spelling when he grew up and
Oh,
could change
wow.
it. Okay.
Incredible.
Yeah. He's pretty good in this and stuff. I thought.
Yeah,
Which one
he's
was
like a
he?
pervy little freak.
Yeah.
And
Not good enough to
he's
not be nominated for worst actor, I guess. But you know.
Yeah, I
thought it
mean,
was great.
clearly, if you're thinking this is like the worst at anything, like you are just offended at the tits, you know? Like, wow.
I could see. I'm sure a lot of people thought this was very exploitative at the time in the '90s, but I mean,
Wow.
it's sort of, and I mean, it straight up, you know, it is. But like, if everyone agrees to it and whatever, and they're all adults, then I don't
Oh
think
yeah, that's the
that's
thing.
bad. Yeah,
As long as everybody knew that they were doing topless scenes all the time.
yeah. I mean, it's sort of like I know that Cuties movie is it's like an examination of child exploitation that they made by
Mhm.
filming children twerk or whatever. So like, it's a bit like that. Probably not as immoral if you have adults doing that who can
Yeah,
sign
it's
on to that
way-
and
way less
understand.
terrible.
Yeah,
what
but,
they're signing up for. Yeah.
yeah, but it's an interesting similarity.
Yeah,
I
the
guess.
problem comes when you're adding things to what they're supposed to be doing, or like they're not comfortable and you're not listening to what they're saying when
Yeah.
they're not comfortable doing something. So
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Depends what they signed up for. Like, if they
Hmm.
just changed their mind halfway through, that would be pretty annoying.
I mean, they're allowed to.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you'd have to recast them or whatever.
Sure.
There
That's
was a,
that's kind of the risk with a production like this.
yeah.
I guess so. I guess we're just gonna get more titties on screen so that we can have actresses that are just Hollywood actresses that just do full nudity all the time. That would be great.
There was a sequel to this, apparently.
There's
Oh.
a sequel. What?
Yeah, it had a Kickstarter to get it made. It is
Oh my
written,
God.
directed, produced, and starring and edited by the woman who played Penny, who's like she's like in like 10 minutes of it or whatever.
God.
Yeah, so apparently it's all about her, I guess. That's interesting, I guess. So, I don't know.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Who was it? What's the actress?
Rena Riffle, who I don't know if she's
Rena.
been in anything else or whatever, but yeah. Says she's in Mulholland Drive.
Okay.
so-
Holy shit, she was in Mulholland Drive. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's we might have to come back and do Showgirls too, the fucking one woman production.
Pennies from Heaven.
Yeah.
How did she get the Showgirls to like
Get,
as,
like,
a,
the
as
rights?
a title even?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't because production
shit.
company. It's not MGM or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
It's Rena Riffle Films and some like random made up thing.
I guess it was a really cheap IP to acquire, huh?
I guess maybe, yeah.
But maybe she didn't even have that money because she needs a Kickstarter, so who knows?
I don't know. How much did this make on Kickstarter? Let me look at it here.
Budget says
Yeah.
$30,000, which is
Yeah.
not a whole lot.
It made 5,000 in from Kickstarter. From only 16
Wow.
backers though. Those are some fucking horny Kickstarter.
Yeah, I was gonna
people.
say deep pockets there.
My God. Yeah, 4 people pledged 450. One person gave 2,000, I guess. Okay. That is
Wow,
interesting.
incredible.
That's
Damn.
a bizarre project. Yeah.
From the ending
was
that I
that
just
the
read, it
goal?
sounds like she just copied the ending of the first movie.
Yeah. Yeah, the goal was $5,000, so I don't know.
This, this movie starts off so weird. How she's hitchhiking and then she gets harassed by this guy, but then he still helps her. But then then he gives her the money, but then he robs her. But she also robbed him because she didn't like quit when she was ahead and give him half his money back.
Yeah. Why didn't she just quit? Do people actually do that where they just win and then they just play more over and over and over? Like, I guess they must, right?
guess.
Yes,
That's the profit
absolutely.
motive,
Like that's what a
Yeah.
lot of the casino is like based on, is that when somebody wins, they're not like gonna walk away. They're gonna hope that they just win again. So
I don't know.
yeah.
This, when I went to Vegas, my mom did play like a few slot machines, and she had me like stay because there's like a spot where in these places, like if you can have it, because the casino's just in the like lobby and the downstairs of every one of these hotels and stuff. It's not like a separate room.
Yeah.
So like there's
Right.
just like a pathway and stuff, and if kids like go off of the pathway, a security guard will tell you like, hey, you got to stay on the designated pathway of of non-gambling. But yeah, she would do like slot machines, and she instilled in me that you gotta like you put like $20 into it, and you treat it as like a fun thing, and if you win, then you just stop, and you take your like $60 or whatever you get back. So that's always been like I don't know. I guess other people don't do that. They just take they just lose all
Yeah.
of the money. Which
It's crazy how like it's so important what you get taught as a child, you know? Like if you have a grandma that tells you to save up your money and invest in real estate, that'll make like a huge difference as to like everyone else who's just like living a life stupidly, spending every dollar they get immediately. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's the same principle. You do that, you save up.
Mm-hmm. You got to put your money in stocks, but don't treat it like gambling. Just leave it there for like 10, 20 years, and then it
Exactly.
will always go up. Unless you invest in something stupid, like some shitty startup from Kickstarter. Then you'll lose.
Or if you buy Legos,
Yeah.
put all your money in Legos.
You can resell Legos. They're a good investment vehicle. Compared
Yeah,
to like
Legos
gold, they're
might
probably
actually
decent.
hmm
Yeah, but I don't know.
Get some value over time.
No, they get warped. You're insane.
They don't get warped. They're very well
course they
constructed
get
little
warped.
bricks. No, they don't.
Wow.
They straight up don't. They're good at what they do at the Lego company.
Talking about the investment quality of Legos. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
You're
it is like a joke. People will tell you, like, you'll watch like a Lego investor on YouTube, and his first thing will be like, "Don't do this." So
Don't do this, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
you know,
Is he just saying that so he can get
that might be his tactic.
valuable Legos?
Mhm.
Yeah. If you're really like an investment person, would you really tell somebody you're your
Yeah,
tips
you
and
would.
tricks.
I mean,
and-
maybe
You would want people to invest in the thing that you have.
all the successful investors I've seen, they just put their money in the S&P like 500 or whatever, and they wait 20 years and don't take it out in the middle of like a recession, and then
What do
you're
you
good.
mean?
So-
How have you seen them be successful?
Well, that's like what they'll give like for real advice and stuff is like, oh, that's what you want to do is just put in like an investment fund and just have it accumulate forever.
Yeah, but those aren't like the big investors. Those are just people who have a retirement.
Well, yeah, the people who have like, but most people are not they're not gonna work like an office job and also do like accounting and investment on the side and whatever, you know, like that's why you give your money to like an investment firm to invest for you and whatever, and that's their full-time job. So like if you're one guy trying to play the stocks, you're gonna fuck up unless you just put it all in like Nvidia or something and leave it for 20 years. So
Yeah, but if you're talking about guys who like win at investing, they would go full time, wouldn't they?
maybe eventually, but I don't know. It's like you're never gonna beat like a big investment corporation or whatever, and you're not gonna beat like if you're really lucky and stuff and are really informed, you might beat like the S&P by
I'm
a
not
little bit.
I'm not a
you know.
main character in an industry. I'm not following the markets and know when things
Yeah.
going to crash and can take it out and put it back into something that is going to make me money. That's just not how I live my life.
Most like internet investors are like idiots and stuff who will put all their money in stupid shit and crypto and stuff like that. So it's like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine having crypto. That's crazy.
Yeah. How much crypto do you have, Florian?
Oh, like 500.
Okay.
Nothing.
$500 or 500 Bitcoin?
Dollars. Yeah, 500
Okay.
Bitcoin. Yeah, totally. That would have actually been a good investment, sadly.
If Florian
Oh,
had
yeah, but
500
that's like-
Bitcoin, he would not be talking to us.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Wait,
Well,
how
you
much
can-
is that?
No, 500 Bitcoin is only like oh wait, no,
Is it-
it's a whole lot
Is it
actually.
like 10 million? Is it 20 million?
There's enough digits that I can't like just look at it and get a sense. So.
$109,000. So
Yeah, the one
Huh?
Bitcoin is 150,000 about right now.
So it's 50 million. Okay.
74149498. I don't know. I can't count the digits in my head. Okay. Well, no,
I-
it's 75
hope
million.
that-
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
That
not
would
gonna
be
have
pretty
that
good.
much money eventually. Come on.
I don't
You
know.
think I'll just drop you?
yeah,
the
but that it
chest?
would be that in addition to all your other wealth. So
No.
I guess
you
so.
would just be
Damn.
like,
But you do probably have enough money that you don't have to be on our podcast. Like, I mean, you're not making
That
money
makes
off
so
of it
much
either
money.
way. So,
Yeah.
but you know,
Oh no! Wait, what? You guys are getting paid?
what's Nvidia? at?
racking in those purple bucks.
Yeah.
It got
Yeah,
pretty
Purple
high,
Colonel
and
Fun
I
bucks.
sold some.
Oh, they're at their peak of all time or whatever here. Okay.
Well, not
They're always
currently,
at
I
their
don't
peak
think.
of all time. Yeah, it looks. I mean, just by looking at the graph, it's the highest.
Oh,
point
if
it's
you're
been
looking
at,
at
so.
the yearly graph, then yeah, it's
No, I'm
pretty
looking
high,
at
but,
the
like-
all-time graph, and it's the highest point it's ever been at.
Well, yeah, that's even higher. Like, but like the highest of all time was like I think. Wait, what? No,
Oh, well,
it's
if
2
it's-
days ago was when it was.
Okay. Well. Yeah. Okay.
I
you
think,
know.
but it also like 3 months ago it was pretty high, and then it fell, and now it's maybe back up.
Yeah, it's back up. I don't know. They should just stop trading stocks and stuff. They should just shut it down one day and just see what happens for fun.
Oh, it went up 2% since I bought it yesterday. That's cool.
Yeah. You gotta save it and not just sell it and buy it, because then you lose money.
No, I think it's volatile enough that you actually can do pretty well with selling and buying. I've made a lot of money that way.
You gotta just hold on to it. That's my advice for you.
I mean, I got like a bunch that I'm not selling, but like I'm taking a lot of it and buying and selling it, and it's usually doing well. Also, I bought options, which mean that like if it goes up 10% and the option goes up like 50%, I did that. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know.
Indeed.
I'm sad that Tesla didn't like hit that point where Elon gets shot in the back of the head or whatever was supposed to happen, right? If it went below 200. That's what I heard would happen, so.
I mean, I don't know if it would happen. Why would it happen?
Probably not. I don't remember. There was some reason. There's probably some made up Twitter crap where people just say it'll happen, like everything will crash down for him. But I don't think it happened.
I mean, I hope it crashes down, but I don't think anyone would kill him. That would be too merciful to the rest of us, Like if they finally were all put out of his misery, that would be so good. But it's never happening.
I don't know. Yeah,
we're stuck with him forever. Same as Trump. They're gonna live forever, and they're gonna ruin everything.
I don't know. Probably it's unfortunate, But who's your favorite Showgirls character in this movie we watched?
It's just Nomi, right? I just like.
It kind of has to be.
I don't know how many other characters there are.
Well, I think it's the black guy. He's really
a lot
cool.
of other people are scummy in this. Yeah, I guess the black guy is fine. I couldn't tell whether his dance routine was actually good or whether we were supposed to think he had like a future. That
he was in some sort of club. He went back to the club by the end of it. So
back to the club.
Yeah. I don't know. I had a hard time telling if he was actually like genuine or not, honestly, throughout the thing. Because I think he does genuinely like her, but he's a pretty sleazy, weird guy anyway. So,
come on, you can have girls on the side and still like your girl. Come on,
you should probably inform him.
Be so limited.
You got to inform your side. No.
Look, he hasn't even had sex with her yet. Okay,
you gotta keep the hoes informed.
Yeah,
purple's right.
Yeah.
I mean, he can tell her later. Like, they haven't had sex yet, all right? Calm down.
They were in the middle of it or something.
No, try humping.
I don't know. Yeah.
He was just giving him, like, a lap dance. Come on, that's not...
Yeah, but it was on the pretense that they were going to be, like, in a relationship and take the world by storm or whatever, and then she shows up and there's someone else there, so...
Yeah, but they were still just doing the dance. I mean, he specifically said dancing isn't fucking, so like it was still reasonable deniability, okay?
I don't know.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Wow. This poor guy, he can't catch a break. He's getting condemned from everyone, but he just wanted to make this really beautiful art and be platonic about it, okay?
He told everyone he met that it was written for them, okay? So it's he's lying and he's no good.
Well, he did say there'd be 3 girls in it, so I don't know what they were thinking. All right.
I don't know. He's not a. There's no great moral people in this movie really, except for Molly.
Yeah, I mean he's like outright very sleazy and pimpy. All right.
Yeah.
But also he bails her out, so whatever. And she kicked him in the groin, so he definitely didn't need to be honest to her.
You got to be honest to people in general.
Florian, you don't have to be honest to somebody. Come on, man.
Yeah, if they kick you in the groin, you can do whatever you want to them. All right.
I don't think so.
Lying to them is nothing compared to physical violence. All right.
It depends. If you getting kicked once versus like if she'd ended up being like living with this like lying cheater for 10 years or something, that would be no good at all.
Well, how do you figure that just because he's lying once means he's always lying?
When a movie has like a side character and they show you like one thing that they do, I kind of have to extrapolate from there. That's just what they do.
I mean, that's what she extrapolated anyways, but then he was a successful artist, so whatever. Egg on her face.
Well, she had more success than him anyway, so.
Well, but then she ended hitchhiking out of Vegas, so what's up with that?
Yeah, but she was on that billboard, so she won.
I guess she's basically like a sexy Walter White, huh?
I thought it was very Scarface, probably because it's got the sleazy club aesthetic to it and stuff. So.
Yes.
We did Scarface on episode 2 of the Colonelcast. It was a very good episode.
Wow. Yeah, I've never seen Scarface actually.
That's great.
Wow.
Maybe we should bring it back. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
Again?
Yeah.
Bring back Scarface.
Yeah. They should do Scarface 2, where it comes back.
Wow, they gotta do a Kickstarter, and it's about like a minor character. who
Yeah,
got shot.
just have one of the actors do a Kickstarter and make the whole movie on their own.
like that guy from CIA.
Yeah. I'm not caught up on the CIA lore, unfortunately. I should get on that.
This guy was really nice, but then I looked at his Twitter and it's all crypto shit.
Yeah.
Rip.
No, man.
Oh well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh well.
I guess one of my favorite scene in this movie probably was outside of the honking tits sex clown character. I think my favorite bit was when the one woman brings her kids, and then they get all offended when they're told to shut the fuck up. It's like, what are you doing? It's
I can't believe
you bring your kids. Yeah.
And like all of them are
can't believe
topless and
those-
stuff. Like with the kids around.
Yeah,
It's like,
at all.
geez.
No, that's fine. Like, it was a different time.
It's the
What do you
90s. You got to leave them at home
It was a different
or
time.
at daycare or
Come on,
something.
you really think that kids are gonna die if they see tits?
They're not going to die, but it's like you don't. That's just
It's
you
just
don't-
not an appropriate environment for them.
Yeah, you don't bring a kid to like a weed club. You don't bring a kid into the stripper show.
Club.
I don't know, whatever.
I mean, if the mom is the stripper, I mean, it's probably better to spend time with your mom than never seeing tits. All right.
yeah, well, if all you're doing is annoying the other ladies and getting yelled at, then it's not a good time. So.
I mean, yeah, that's because they were neglected by their mother. You know, they should have been at the strip club earlier. Then maybe they would have behaved right.
Maybe the strippers could raise them, raised
yeah.
by strippers.
Oh my God. That must be that should have been what Showgirls 2 was about Nomi's daughter being raised by strippers or something.
Yep.
No, we didn't have daughter, did she?
No, but that should have been the plot. You know, you got to have the legacy characters like daughter or whatever in these like late sequels. You know.
Is it a reveal halfway through that she's actually Nomi's daughter?
Yeah, exactly. And then Nomi comes back, and there's like the music swells, and you get a great pan in on her face as it reveals her, and she comes out through the portal or whatever.
No, there's no way that Nomi survived until like 40. Okay.
I'm
Like,
sure
she's
she
too
did.
self-destructive. No way.
I think she fixed her life. Okay, after this, I think that's what the movie
I
implies.
think Nomi is gonna be
No, it
eternal. She's gonna
doesn't.
like always find an inn, always find something to keep going.
It doesn't imply that at all. She's back to hustling the guy who stole her.
Yeah, but she learned
bag.
she learned an
She just
important
rolls into
lesson,
the
and now
next
she's gonna go to dancing school and become a dancer in like a respectable point.
She conquered.
and go to Broadway or something.
her chosen career path. Like she got to the very top of the heap, and then she like blew into the next town. Like
Yeah.
She's like she got as far as she could go, so she just goes somewhere else.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's unlike Breaking Bad and stuff. She learns the lesson and she fixes her stuff by the end of it, or at least she's supposed to.
You think sex work is just immoral?
No, the lesson that you can't be in this like horrible field full of evil perverts and catty women who are stepping all over each other. Like you can't be doing
Just what
that.
I said then.
No, there's a difference between like being like making an OnlyFans and posting pictures of yourself when you want to, and being like stuck in this like really coercive, shitty system that's all set up and stuff from the ground up to like fuck with your head. You know,
coercive.
it's pretty coercive, quite a lot at different points in this movie. I think that's fair to say.
At many points, she is being not extracted. Fucking
Coerced.
coerced into doing more than she wants to do. It's clear that in order for her career to move on, she has to do things she doesn't want to do. Like, and in order to like advance, you have to take out your competition. Like, it's just not
like the queen
not a
bee
great system.
showgirl who hates her. Like sets her up to go to this event where she is like prostituted out at the end of it.
Yeah.
And then she like complains to the like and she complains to like the real manager, and he puts on this little fake show where he pretends to like reprimand him and shit, and it's like all bullshit.
Yeah, and the only reason that works is because she already had sex with him and he's kind of enamored by her, so like,
Yeah.
No, she didn't have sex with him at that point.
Yeah, she had.
I think she did.
No,
I think so.
The
No,
previous night, in fact.
that was later.
She had sex with him at least twice, though. She had sex with him early on, and then at the pool or whatever at the end.
Really?
Closer
I
to the
missed
end.
that first sex?
I
No,
think
wait,
so.
you're wrong. No,
I might be wrong.
You're thinking of the lap dance. That was with clothes on. That wasn't
No,
sex.
I'm thinking because they went to like in a hotel or something at some point. Just the two of them,
Huh.
I think. I don't remember.
Did we see the sex?
I don't think so, but it was like very implied. I think for the first time. I don't remember.
Oh,
though.
I never get implied romance. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm always confused with like, oh yeah, this was a metaphor for sex. What?
Yeah.
Damn it! Show me the sex.
My God. Well, I guess maybe to close this out here, Florian, what do you think we should title this video for maximum, not ad revenue, but maximum views?
Wow, this is a tough one, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, I don't know. Might have to come back to that one. Gonna think of the best one.
Yeah, I'm calling it sexy lady video unless you can come up with something better.
Okay, well, let's just say this movie is entirely tits and ass, and then you just show like, I guess the fat lady was her tit. No, that's not good. No one's gonna click on that. And well, you gotta find something that's really sexy from one of the hot girls, maybe from Nomi, okay? But I guess no actual sex. But yeah, I guess that title works, right?
Sexy lady video.
Sexy
No, I
lady
said-
video.
I can't put I can't put tits and ass in the title of a YouTube video. It'll get taken down. They won't let you do that. Yeah, probably.
I don't believe you.
Well, you should believe me.
I
They
mean,
won't
it'll
let me
get
do it.
demonetized, but who cares?
Well, I'm not monetized on this anyway. But
Well,
they
fine
would-
then.
Look, you can't. You can literally look it up. You can look up tits and ass on YouTube, and there's like one or two music videos, and those are the ones that are allowed to have it in the title. Okay, from like
'cause they
big
don't
Vivo
want it-
channels.
That's because everyone wants to be monetized. I swear it works.
No,
Okay.
no, it won't let you, Florian. I'm telling you this. This is what I do. They won't let you. Okay. They might
I
not let
know
you
I've-
say it
I've-
and can be monetized. So
Well,
You
yeah,
can't-
say it, but they'll put
They're-
it in the title.
you can't put it in
problem
the
is-
title. They're swear words. Okay, they're counted on the fucking. They're on the list of
Yeah,
words not to use.
You just talk about things that get you demonetized.
No,
you still can do
they
it.
will also they'll like hide your shit and age restricted and stuff and like not let you have it. So
I mean, that's probably the right thing to do with this movie.
well, I'm calling sexy lady videos the title then. Okay.
Ah, come on, man. What, sexy is okay? Well, in that case, we're just gonna say like
Yeah.
Lady video.
Lady video.
sex-
Sure.
the sexiest movie about Las Vegas. No, Sex in Las Vegas. All right, that's the movie.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
the title.
I hope maybe they might not even accept sex. I don't know. We'll see. But
Wow.
yeah.
You have to star it out. You have to star out the E.
Yeah, I'll do S*X. Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, in Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll just say erotic. No, I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. YouTube's they're not good with these words.
Erotic
They don't like
lady
them.
video.
Erotic lady video.
Okay, so it's gotta be something like this movie is X, and what is X? Porn? I guess prawn. Yeah, let's just say
Prawn.
Everything
prawn.
up.
They'll never catch on to that one.
Did they do prawn? My fucking YouTube search results are all fucked now. This is awful.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Now people get views on like hashtag prawn. Okay.
Of course.
Well, yeah. It
Well, they
does
can't.
when I look these things up, it does blur the thumbnails. So, like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
I mean, they're probably sexy thumbnails,
You
but
could
I mean,
say
if you,
this movie, this sexy lady movie is practically corn, and everyone knows that corn is porn.
Yeah.
wow.
Sure.
All right, I guess.
This movie is basically corn.
All right, we're getting the views.
That's the title. This movie is basically corn.
Yep, can't escape the corn. We did it.
All right, and I'm sure I can find a screenshot it does not have nudity in it directly and put that on the thing.
Well, it's gotta be suggestive enough.
Well, yeah. I mean, all of it's suggestive. That's
Maybe you can find a picture where she's dancing and she's entirely covered in sweat. I enjoyed those scenes.
Yeah. Yeah. They should have given this an Oscar at least, and then played songs from the movie and had a big a show directly out of the movie, and done that at the Oscar ceremony.
I mean, I think they should put more sex into all movies.
All movies.
Florian,
Would migration have been improved?
Yes. I mean, probably.
I disagree.
You're gonna have that Aquafina gull get fucked. Well,
I haven't seen Migration, I guess, so maybe you're right.
No, she actually had like a crippled leg. That would have been nasty.
I
guess that there's like that one duckling that had a crush, but I guess that's not gonna work. The kids.
Okay. Well, geez.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the level of sex in movies is about where it needs to be. I'm fine with there not being large sex scenes in every like blockbuster, and you just you see like an indie drama or whatever if that's what you're into. I think that's fine.
I think there isn't enough romance in movies.
That is probably true. Yeah, they could do more with like Captain America's allowed to like kiss someone. He was the only one who was able to, I guess, in those movies anyway.
Yeah, but they killed off Peggy, and then they never really gave him. Not killed off Peggy; she was an old woman. Yeah. In Winter Soldier, and then they kind of tried to make. What's the other woman?
Sharon Carter. Who we know is like her niece or his niece or whatever. So like I don't know.
Yeah, and also she's like the power broker or something.
Yeah, now she's the power broker, and I'm sure that will be paid off in spectacular fashion very soon. But
yeah. She'll be in Doomsday for sure.
I hope so.
Yeah, so
fucking power broker. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Damn.
Yeah. But yeah.
Did you watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Florian? Florian? Hello?
What
Did you watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Okay, she was the power broker in that.
Yeah.
Really? Fuck. I mean, I guess I just focused on the main characters in that.
Wow. So anytime a not main character is on screen, you're just like, all right, time to do something else.
I mean, I'll forget it. Yeah.
I'm disappointed they didn't go with the comic accurate power broker where he's like 4 people wide at all times.
Whoa.
He's like Kingpin, but even more so, and he's shirtless and stuff. He's very cool looking.
Hell yeah.
And there's just ones where he's like laying in a bed and someone's standing next to him, and it just looks dumb as fuck. Yeah, let me show this. Let me show this picture. Let me send this picture to you.
So wide.
He's so fucking
put it in
wide.
The video too.
It's in the video. Shit. Don't worry. Look at this guy.
Look at this.
He's like that one picture of Captain America.
Kinda, yeah. These are the things they expected you to take seriously. No, this is not, because everyone else looks fine. So this can't be Rob Liefeld's art. No. No.
That's how you can tell.
Yeah. Rob Liefeld, his like faces look wrong. Everything looks wrong in a Rob Liefeld picture, so that can't be.
No, he can draw pouches.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't count.
Wow.
Yeah. God, and especially when they got Liefeld doing they put like the digital shading on his stuff. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
It's awful.
Pretty bad.
Like late 90s kind of period before they switched over to, I guess, all digital drawing or whatever. So, man. Yeah. Liefeld did draw quite a lot of wide people like that, though, so,
Maybe you should say, like, this movie is full of nudity or is pure nudity. I think that'd probably be better and it won't get censored.
They might not like nudity. I don't even know for YouTube.
Oh, come on, nudity's fine. It's not.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
it's not even.
nudity might
It's
be
not
fine.
even. It's not even sex. Come on.
I don't know.
You can be. I mean, they're probably not going to censor naked survival.
I don't know. When I look it up, all the results are like India Today and DW News and stuff. So there might only be like news accounts are allowed to get away with more, because they know that like the subject matter of the video will be tasteful or whatever. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
This video.
I don't know if they let you and they recommend it and stuff.
Well, it's already gonna get way more views because it's got sex in it. All right.
Yeah, I'm doing the corn title. Okay, that was funnier.
Rip.
Yeah.
Yep. Always corn.
Yeah. We should have watched Always Corn instead of Always Watching last time. So.
Yeah, just
Always
watching
watching
actual porn.
Always watching corn. Yeah. Everyone's just jerking off for that whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been
That's right.
very tasteful Marble Hornets thing. They avoid swearing in the actual Marble Hornets YouTube show, so I'm sure the people who made that would have been thrilled with that adaptation if everyone was jerking off.
Do they say, "Oh heck no"?
They don't.
Heck no.
They just avoid it. Honestly, it's
They just
actually
avoid it
you don't
entirely?
really notice it as you're watching unless you're like aware of this fun fact. But it's
Damn.
I know they like debated over whether or not to say hell at one point. So it's like I don't know why.
Wow.
I have no idea why, but
I mean, if it's not in the movie, it doesn't matter. Like if they just don't happen to say it, it's not gonna.
Maybe
break
it's to
your
a certain
emotion.
extent like making it the widest possible audience. Like,
Well, this is for
People,
the
if you
just the
start
YouTube
swearing,
show
you're
though.
like-
So like they were not. I don't
Yeah,
know if
I
they were
know, I
thinking
know,
about
like,
that, but
maybe
yeah,
some YouTube people will turn it off if there's too much swearing in it.
maybe. I don't know.
Well, it's probably for the algorithm.
Yeah.
Played the algo.
Well, they weren't. No one was thinking about the algorithm in 2009, though. They might not have had an
Oh, damn it.
algorithm back then. I think for a long time, YouTube would genuinely like the featured video would just be like whatever YouTube's employee like put up there for a while. Like they did not have an algorithm. I don't know how long that lasted, if that was still the case in like 2009, but yeah, it took a while. We should do Marble Hornets, and we should do it in like 4 separate episodes or something.
No.
There'd be so much to watch. Wait, did we decide how long that would
It's-
actually be?
It's 9 hours in total for the whole series.
Never.
If we
All
split
right,
it
we
in 4
gotta-
episodes, it would be great.
In 4 episodes?
Yeah.
No, please stop.
Season 1, Season 2, and then season
No.
5 split in 2 episodes. That'd be
No, we're
great.
gonna watch Gotham. All right.
Oh, God, no. No.
Yeah, and have a taste of your medicine. All right.
Make a trade. Make a trade. You have to watch 9 hours.
Look,
of
no,
Gotham.
we
Watch
gotta
9 hours
find
of
it.
Marvel Hornets.
We're gonna find another iconic movie where someone is having an actual rags to riches story in like the 90s or 80s. Okay, I'm hyped for more of that now.
After Showgirls,
Yeah, and Scarface.
we can watch Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith.
I haven't seen it, so sure.
It's the ultimate
a good
rags to
movie.
riches movie.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
It is 2006, not the 90s, but
That's is it playing in the 90s?
It is set in like the 80s or something, yeah. So.
I would never have said this in the 2006, but 2006 is practically the 90s.
Basically,
It's
yeah.
it's
I know
it's
that
true.
it's very different,
God.
but it's like
It's true,
the
but it was-
closer, further away we get from the early 2000s, the more it's kind of like, it's not that. different.
It's basically like Breaking Bad, okay? Like that stuff is so old now, and it still holds up so well. It's the best
Yeah.
period.
It's so funny seeing how videos from that time and like just everything looked so shitty, even though at the time it seemed like stuff from the 80s was so much worse. And then it's like, it's really not that much worse.
Mhm.
Wow, the screens got so big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And high definition.
They I don't know. I like that I like movies from the 2000s kind of, but I feel like it is like there's some good ones, but it is generally like probably the least interesting time maybe, because there's like there's Pirates of the
No,
Caribbean,
that's
and that's like the best franchise. There's like
I mean,
less
that is
indie
really
movies because it
epic.
was less easy to just make a movie like really cheaply, so there's less good indie movies and stuff back then.
Look, there's ants and a bug. No, it's
And A Bug's Life.
Antsy
Bug's
and a bug's life. Yeah, those are what I need. Okay, I was
can either
promised. I was promised that there'd be a million animated movies about ants, and I'm disappointed. Where are they?
I think 2 is more than enough, honestly. I know one of those isn't even good, right? I don't remember.
No,
Ants
they're really
Boys
good.
and A Bug Life Girls. Actually, Ants rules.
Yeah.
I would go to bat for Ants.
Yeah,
Okay.
ants is epic.
I don't know. I look at the ants and they're like disgusting, and I like don't want to watch it.
Yeah, they are.
So. Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
CGI
Woody
is
Allen
really
is the
bad
voice of the
too.
one ant.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's basically the B movie of its time, but it's way better than that.
B movie is phenomenal. Okay.
Yeah, well, Ants is even better. Okay, you just don't know what you're talking about.
I don't believe it. I think the B movie will never be surpassed. Personally,
Well, I guess we're doing Ants.
we're not doing ants. We're doing
It's
maybe
happening.
Pursuit of Happiness. We're not doing ants. I refuse.
Wow.
I think Pursuit of Happiness is interesting because Will Smith just brought out a music video.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He's
Just
coming
now?
back. I like.
What was he doing?
He
what
did
was-
a
what
new
was the
song
last
with a
thing
new
he
music
did?
video.
No, what was the last movie he did?
Oh, he's probably been in something since that music video, but I don't know. Like he's he's
Every
in all
2
sorts of
minutes,
movies
yeah.
all the time, yeah. But newest first,
The Bad
Fugia
Boys movie,
as
I guess,
Hombre
the
de la Peluqueria. I'm sorry about my pronunciation.
gibberish.
But I don't know what it's like a 14-minute long Spanish film that Will Smith has been in, I guess. I don't know.
Last movie he was in was Bad Boys Ride or Die from last
Yeah.
Oh
year.
yeah, that was
okay.
pretty epic.
Yeah. Emancipation. You took like 2 years off of movies. It's crazy.
He, producer of Cobra Kai. That is so good. Wow.
Yeah. Well, because his son was in the one of those. You know.
Oh yeah,
He
pretty
was in
good.
the
You
yeah.
guys see that survival zombie game that he was part of? Undawn.
Undone? I don't even
I
know.
don't think so. No. Where was that?
I might have heard of this. Oh god, it's on like the phone. Oh my god,
It's so fucking funny.
that's
Will
ridiculous.
Smith has
Chinese zombie game.
Will Smith has produced a show called African Queens, and had 3 out of 10 on IMDb. Wow.
You know, you're allowed to have
African
failed
Queens.
projects. You know, Will Smith was in After Earth too.
It's
He produced the Annie
Netflix.
remake. You know,
He was not an After Earth too.
yeah.
Nobody was
is
an
that-
After Earth too.
Is that the one where Cleopatra is black?
After
I don't
Earth
know.
2, before Earth. what, Florian? What do you say, Florian?
Is this movie the one where Cleopatra's black?
Cleopatra was black in real
What the
life.
fuck are you talking about?
No.
That's my understanding.
I'm talking about African Queens, a miniseries produced by Will Smith and coming out on Netflix.
That was probably
Oh
on
my
the
God,
fucking
he-
History Channel or something. I
He
don't think
made-
that. I don't
He
know.
made a movie, a thing called This Joker, and it has 1 out of 10 on IMDb. Wait, that can't be right, can it?
I don't know. You can't
It
just
has
look
a
at Will Smith's
1.0.
IMDb. What is
Well, I
this
guess
movie called that you're referencing?
African Queens.
No, the
it's a
Joker one you
miniseries.
said. You mentioned a Joker thing.
I guess that's like a stand-up, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, well, then there you go.
The other one seems like a documentary. I bet it's the one where they made Cleopatra like an actual black woman, you know,
Yeah.
like African black, not like Egyptian black or Egyptian brown.
I don't know. All I know is when he made that fucking that he released that song and then everyone said it sounded better sped up. So that's the only Will Smith news I've heard in a very long time.
Pretty good.
He wasn't in the Suicide Squad James Gunn movie, even though the same character's back or whatever. I don't know. I guess the other thing I heard was when he punched that guy, when he punched Chris Rock.
Rock?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
guy.
Slapped him and didn't punch him, but that's
The slap.
it was a forceful
I am-
slap, and you could hear it through the mic and shit. Like it went like traveled through Chris Rock's whole body. So I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, how many bad things has he been in? Jesus. I'm looking
lot.
at his actor credits, and there's like 3, 4, 3 again out of 10. Jesus. How many
He was
haters
in-
does he have?
He was in Hancock. He was in the
Oh,
Aladdin
Hancock
remake.
is epic. No, I meant
Is it
recently.
epic?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
amazing. What are you talking about?
All of these actors, they go into like there's an endless supply of movies that have like $1 million budget, and they pay 900 million or 900,000 to like these actors to like come on for one day. That was like not Will Smith. What's his name from Die Hard? Die Hard guy's like whole career for a while.
Mel
there.
Gibson?
Not Mel Gibson.
No,
What?
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
I've sinned.
That's also Mel Gibson directs those movies, though. That's the difference. So
Yeah, because he was cancelled.
yeah,
Well, he's coming back, I guess.
not with those movies. I don't think so.
Mel is coming back with the Resurrection of the Christ, the Passion of the Christ sequel.
Yeah, exactly. It's
No,
this big
not with-
blockbuster.
What was
But he's
the?
not
There was
actually
some.
in it.
There was some unhinged shit I was hearing from him from like Joe Rogan podcast. I don't know. This guy's.
Wait, he was
his
on
brain is
Joe
cooked.
Rogan?
Yeah. He's
He's
like
been
a
cooked
crazy
for
person.
forever.
Of course, he's on Joe Rogan. They fucking
Yeah.
love those people.
He's
on Joe
the most
Rogan.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I heard that he was like at a Trump event, and then he was speaking out about how pedophiles are so bad. While everyone knows that Trump was
Well,
in the Epstein files.
Pedophiles are bad.
Well, yeah.
First of all.
Well, then don't go and vote for them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
especially Trump, like the worst one of
No,
them
we're
all.
agreed on that. Yeah.
What
Yeah,
did he
Mel
say on
Gibson
Joe
is one of the
Rogan? Let me
worst
look this up here.
I mean, Biden only sniffs like the hair. It's fine.
Yeah.
But Trump, Jesus.
Oh yeah, he said ivermectin like cures cancer on Joe Rogan. So that was his bit in there. Yeah, I don't
guess
know.
that's-
All right, I think we're done.
I think we're pretty
Right,
done
just
here.
She just had to say that to get on, I bet.
I don't know. I think Mel Gibson's probably a crazy person, but
He definitely is a crazy person. His dad
Yeah.
is insane and raised him as a crazy person.
yeah,
His dad? Wow.
Yeah, his
Blaming a
dad.
dad for an adult man being crazy. An elderly
well,
man
it's
being
his fault
crazy.
by now. So
Yeah.
Well,
to
yeah,
continue to be
he
that
has
way.
to take credit for his own shit at this point. But
Yeah.
when you're raised a certain way,
when you don't get therapy with like your fucking like Mad Max check 40 years ago, then like it's on you at that point. So
Right.
yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching our Showgirls review with Mel Gibson drama and Will Smith drama and various other segments we've had today.
Man, I can't wait to do The Pursuit of Happiness. That sounds so fun.
We should do it next time. I'm kind of excited.
Yeah.
We watched that in school, so that's the kind of movie. Very big tonal
Wow.
shift from Showgirls.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hell
But
yeah.
thank you all for watching so much, and I'll see ya in the next Colonelcast. Goodbye.
Oh, we did
Goodbye.
Joe's
Oh.
Apartment too. That's also one of those movies where it's one of those old cities and the guy really has to fight to make a living. That was
Yeah.
so epic as well.
That was exciting. But yeah. Goodbye,
All right,
everyone.
bye everyone.